Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Raquel.
And this is the Whole Shebang podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Whole Shebang, episode 38. And as you could tell, we are apart, sadly, for this episode. And we are having to do it on Zoom. It does work.
And I have a beautiful wall to look at.
I know, you have a beautiful wall, and now I have a beautiful wall.
We have a lot of Hasman stuff, because all I can see on your wall really is Penja.
Yeah, Penchas. I got Mau Mau up there in the corner, and then Spirited Away
Which
right
the
there.
sunlight is kind of blurring on the screen, unfortunately.
Yes. But so for episode 38 of the Whole Shebang, we are going to do a more me-centered episode, and I am going to talk about scent work. And that is something that you do with dogs.
Is it, though? Are you sure? I bet you could train a cat to do scent work.
You probably can. I think people
probably are.
have in the past.
Cats are really smart. They're just lazy.
They are. You need the right motivation for cats, for sure. Dogs will do stuff for, like, anything.
Love.
Yeah, love, attention.
Wonder what other animals they train in that field.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because, like, rats can be really smart, too. And I'm pretty sure I've read something about them training rats to go into, like, small spaces. Or maybe it was ferrets. Because they're skinny and wiggly. I don't know.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they teach them mazes, so they could probably
yeah.
learn scent work.
You could
There
teach
was
them.
a book that I read that they had put a scent on male rats, and I guess this is totally getting off topic, but it was a study where they would put the scent of lemon, or I forget which, onto the male rats on a vest when they were copulating with females. And then they would take the vest away that smelled like that and then put them back in with the female, but the male rat did not know what to do because there was no scent, like lemon scent.
Interesting.
And so it confused them sexually. But like it kind of goes with scent work, right? Like how we learn scents. No coming back now. Okay.
So what is scent work?
What is scent work? So scent work is also referred to as nose work. And it's a game that you can play with your dog where your dog has to find a certain scent. And it's very mentally stimulating and can be done with any dog. So young, old, impaired, even for dogs in wheelchairs. So it's a very laid back sport, but it's very challenging for them mentally. And a lot of dogs just absolutely love it. For the impaired and stuff with your dogs, I have an older dog who has mobility issues. And she absolutely loves scent work because she could take her time and waddle around and find things. And
a little waddle in my head because it's so distinct. And her like click, click, click.
She goes click, click, and she waddles around.
Oh,
but she absolutely loves the scent work. I put her in it and she loves it. If I try and play the game at home, because you can play it anywhere too, which is a great thing because you just need the scent and to train them on it. And then you can make any room in your house the room that they're going to go find it in. But she loves it. And then when I took Rue, my standard poodle, to learn it, he also loves to learn it, and just in a totally different way because he's more agile and will get on things. He explores a lot more than she does.
He's very in your face.
But it's very interesting to see. But yes, any dog of any age, of any, physicality, they can do it, which I think is fantastic. The game in itself is you start to teach your dog to recognize one scent. Just start with one. So if you're competing in scent work, you'll start with wintergreen, at least here in Canada, in our region, the scent wintergreen.
Is that like sprucey? What does it smell like?
Describe
the smell.
Describe the smell. It's more, I would attribute it to like spearmint.
Okay.
It's got that little kick, but it's a little bit more earthy. So it's a little deeper than spearmint. It's a very nice scent.
This is kind of like our sniffing video.
So you start with wintergreen here, and that's kind of level 1. So in scent work, there's novice, intermediate, advanced, and then masters. And in each one, different scents get added on that they need to learn. So instead of just going and searching for wintergreen, I think another one is pine.
Yeah.
So as you move up in the levels, they won't tell you what scent they're putting out, but they'll have one of like, I think up to 5 scents.
Is there like is there, when you start, is the scent stronger than if you're like advanced, or is it just more randomized?
It's just more randomized. So whereas if we went into a novice class or competition, they would only have wintergreen.
Okay.
And then as your dog goes up the levels, they'll learn like wintergreen, pine, I think there's cedar. They'll learn other scents as well. And then you won't know which scent has been hidden, but one of the 5 scents will be in the room that your dog has to find.
Interesting.
So your dog has to learn them all to be able to go up the levels, right?
Okay, because I was wondering if it was like the first scent was really strong and then the last scent would be really dull, so it would be harder to find.
So the way scent works is super interesting because it'll permeate an area, and dogs' noses are filled with 2,000 something nerve receptors. Like they have a really heightened sense of smell, obviously. So they can smell it at any point in time. But when they're right over top is when it's going to be the strongest. And that's what they need to find.
So what are they hiding?
It's a Q-tip. So what they'll do, they'll put the essential oil on the Q-tip, and then they'll put it in like a little rubber cylinder that's open on both ends, and they'll stuff the Q-tip in there, and then they'll tape it somewhere in wherever you're going. They have indoor and outdoor courses. It's called interior exterior. And they will hide it somewhere. It could be up on a table. It could be on a leg. It could be in a tent. We had a tent in one of our run-throughs. And then outdoors is a little bit more complicated because you have a lot more scents coming in from a lot different area. And it's pretty controlled inside for the inside environment. But yeah, they'll tape it somewhere, and then your dog has to go and find it. And you have to pick up on your dog's social cues to figure out when they're on the scent.
Is this the same way that they train like drug sniffing dogs or bomb dogs?
Yeah. When dogs go and they can sniff out cancer or diabetes, they have certain cues that they give to signal that you're either low or high or whichever else. Usually high, because you want them to signal that, if your insulin level's high or you need to take insulin, then you need them to do, and they'll boop you or whatever else. So dogs can have different signals like laying down, staying in an area. And it just comes from rewarding them and how you train them on the scent.
Right.
So how I would train Rue is I would have 2 canisters, one with scent, one without. And he could check both of them out. But when he stays you start with a couple of seconds. When he stays on the tin with the scent for a couple of seconds, you mark it and you reward it. And reward them at the source. So then they start being like, oh, when I smell this means I get a cookie. So a lot of the times dogs will find the scent and then you don't know where it's hidden in the room. So the dogs will start going to the scent and then they'll look at you. Because they're like, feed me. I found it, feed me. And if you need a confirmation, you teach the dogs to show me, and they'll put their nose back to it, and then they'll look at you like it's right here. Can you give me my cookie now?
Stupid. I found it. I did what you asked.
That's exactly what they're thinking. They're like, hello, I found it. Give me my cookie now.
I can see that exact face of your dog in my mind because I have seen it so often.
Yep. And then my thing with Arya, it was hard to get her capacity because Rue will find it and then he'll look at me like I'm an idiot. Like, it's right here. Give it to me.
It's a very obvious face where he's like, hello.
But Arya would go over and she'd sniff everything for the same amount of time. And her cues ended up, when we had talked about it after the classes I was in, she would just stay there for slightly longer. Like her tail would slightly raise and like I wouldn't notice any of it.
Hmm.
And other people would because they're watching her.
Yeah.
And I'm watching her, but I'm also watching for other signs that maybe this could be the box because, you know,
Mhm.
you have to learn to trust your dog in scent work and it's fun. It's really fun to learn. And usually once they get the basics of the game, they love the game. I actually
That makes sense.
I just pulled it out this afternoon cuz I entered Rue classes for April.
Oh, nice.
So me and him are going to be going and doing scent work again. So I pulled it out cuz I was wondering how much he had remembered.
Hmm.
Within 5 minutes he knew the game again and he was so upset that I stopped playing. Because I only did it for about 15 minutes and it does tire them out. You'll be surprised. It's a low impact activity, but your dogs will be absolutely wiped afterwards.
Probably very mentally stimulating.
It is, yeah. But he loves playing it.
He
And
just wants the
so,
cookies. Let's be real.
huh?
He just wants the treats.
Oh, 100%. I was giving him dog food because I don't have any like little treats. So all he was getting was dog food.
He must have been so offended.
It was food. He would take it.
I love your dogs.
So yeah, scent work it's a lot of fun and you can enter competitions even if you don't have a purebred dog. You can do it if you have a mutt, a mixed breed, whichever. And it's a great way to bond.
Mhm.
And it's something that I think everyone should learn. But I do find a lot of the performance sports that we have with dogs, because they are so versatile where you can enter if you don't have a purebred dog, I think a lot of people should be getting into them because it's fun. It's fun for your dog, it's fun for you, and it gives you that bonding experience.
Because things like dog shows are very breed exclusive.
So for confirmation shows, only purebred dogs can be entered because they are being judged on the way they walk, the way they look, stuff like that. Whereas in the performance sports, it's just how well your dog performs.
Is
And
there a breed that does better typically?
for scent work, you have your hound groups.
Mm.
So basset hounds,
The ones
dogs
that
that
are
are
bred for smelling.
bred for smelling. And it's really cool to see how those purebred dogs, their genetics and their instincts kick in. So they do generically better. But there was, oh, what was he? A Napoleon Mastiff. And they are meant to be guard dogs, so not for sniffing. But we have a bloodhound in our area too that I've seen come in for classes. And he knows exactly where to go right away. But it's so neat looking at all the different breeds and how everyone tells you where the scent is or how fast they find it. Like Rue is a poodle and he's goofy. And so what he does with the scent is he will hop on the box with the scent, which is not allowed in competition, by the way. They don't want your dog jumping on the boxes. He will try and pick it up with his mouth and bring it to me. And because he just thinks I'm an idiot
Well,
and I can't see it. So he's like, well, if I physically bring it to you, you'll understand. So that's his way. And he makes a whole big game out of it. He's above and beyond for that. Meanwhile, Arya, she'll just stand there and wag her tail.
Mommy, I found it. Give me the treat now.
She's like, oh, I found it. But she won't do anything else. And then if you don't listen to her, she's like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'll go to a different box.
Your dogs sometimes are such polar opposites of each other. Rue is like high energy, absolutely crazy, over the top. He's like, I am the main character. And Arya's like, I'm fine. I'm living my life. I'm chill.
She's an NPC going about her life.
100%.
And when I do bring her to stuff, she's like, oh, why did this strange person that I live with and feeds me bring me to this? I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines. Okay.
Unless you get her in a mud puddle.
Yeah, she loves her mud puddles. But yes, and so that is scent work, kind of like what it is. Any questions before I move on?
No, I'm good, teacher.
Okay, good. So you may be asking, okay, I have a dog. This sounds interesting. How could I do it? So, main one, look up in your area dog training classes. Our area has quite a few and they have different levels of training.
Say that someone needs to take a class in order to do it, or can they kind of learn it on their own?
You can learn it on your own. I would suggest looking it up on YouTube. There's usually some videos that can show you how to start them. It's very simple. So, usually, if you get the gist for what you're doing with it, you can train them up to all the levels. If you are going into competition or want to, like, if that's something that interests you, I do recommend going to classes because while you can teach it at home to find the scent, you'll get a lot more challenge going there because there'll be a lot more distractions. They have different spaces set up
Mhm.
for it. So your dog will have different opportunities to search different areas. Look up in your general area if you wanted to go to a class with your dog and experience that, or look it up on YouTube on how to start.
Mhm.
I got my canisters off of Amazon that
Nice.
have little slotted holes in the top. So I can put them, and I think I got a pack of 5 for $5. Amazon sells everything. So if you're looking for the things you need, go to Amazon. I also used in the training, you'll also start with a Tupperware, a shallow Tupperware dish.
Mhm.
So go to Dollarama, grab one for like $1 because you got to poke holes in it for the scent to come through. And then just use that. It's super cheap to start. I think the only expensive thing I got was the essential oil of whatever you wanted to teach them. So the wintergreen, I think, cost me $16 for the bottle. But I still have it and I bought that 10 years ago.
So it sounds like it's something that's affordable for anybody if they want it to be.
It is. It's super affordable. You can just play the game at home. If anyone is interested, I can do an intro video
Yeah, we could put that on Patreon.
to show you how to start your dog, training them to recognize these scents, the things that you should have, give you a list. And one of the big things with it too is don't push your dog too far too fast. Because you will think that they're learning it, but then once you change the game even a little bit, they can get confused. And your main goal in the game is to help your dog succeed, to make it fun. And then if you did want to trial or bring your dog to any sort of event, so with the CKC, and we're in Canada, you would go on to the CKC and you do have to register your dog as a canine companion to compete. It's because they can get titles. So your dog can get like a novice title or an intermediate or an advanced or a master. And they will send you certificates.
The pet world is mind-boggling to me sometimes.
They do. They send you certificates and you can get ribbons and everything. So your dog can be in competition and win ribbons and get titles and everything else. But you do have to register as a canine companion number. And so how you'll do that if you're in Canada is you'll go to ckc.ca and go under the forms tab and then scroll until you find that form. And then you'll have to fill it out. Your dog will have to be spayed or neutered and have a microchip number to be able to be registered. But if competing's not your thing, there is a group in the town you're in that will have like fun events, things that you can go to and do with your dog that will involve other people, like a trial. You just will not be judged or get the certificate or the ribbon or whichever else. And to find events in your area, or even if you just wanted to go and check out an event before you even do it, in Canada, there is a site called Canuck Dogs. And you can go on there and it will have every province listed. So you could choose your province and you can narrow it down for like your town or city by typing that into. but it'll give you a chance to go on and you can select the event you're interested in. So for this one, it would be scent work. So you would do scent, nose work, and then your area. You could do the dates you're interested in. You could do the whole year, and then it will have events pop up that will list the events in and around your province, in and around your area for the whole year or the month that you're looking at.
We're going to compete in a competition with your dog.
I already did.
Oh, you did?
Yes, not grooming. I haven't competed in a grooming competition.
No,
but
we're talking scent work.
I haven't done scent work. I did obedience and rally. Oh, and I also did herding. So Rue has his novice herding and his novice rally title.
Ooh, fancy. Your dog is more titled than you are.
He is. He is. He did not get his pre-novice obedience because he would not come when called.
I'm sorry. That's just so funny because he is always in your face. So the fact he wouldn't come to you when you called him.
And he did it on purpose.
Oh, what a spiteful.
Because I called him and he looked at me and then he looked at the judge and then he looked back at me.
What did you do to offend him that day, Bailey?
I brought him to the obedience competition. He does not like obedience. I have trained him in obedience since he was 8 weeks old.
Yeah, and you're terrifying.
And he finds it so boring.
Yeah.
He knows everything. He will heel beside me. He will stop. He will go around. He will come when called. He will come front. He will do it all. But he finds it so boring. He chooses to ignore me.
That's hilarious. Would you enter him in a scent competition?
Yes, I do want to. We have locally trials in March, not for scent work. That's again for like the obedience and the rally. Scent work is usually August, September. They'll hold trials here in our town anyway. So my goal is to actually get him good enough that we can go and get his scent work novice.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I do plan this summer on entering him into barn hunt and herding again to maybe get some titles in that.
We can do a separate episode on those things too in the future.
I would love to hear from people and see if they want to know more about dog sports. Like, should we do a dog sport mini series?
We could do it as a Patreon mini series where I come with the camera and I film him doing things.
Yeah, you could do that because it'll all happen this summer anyway. If you guys are interested in hearing more about dog sports or dog performance sports, please let us know. Because I can do a little mini series where it'll be 15 minutes and I'll just explain what the performance sport is. Getting into it is the same. You just go to CKC and whichever else and looking up in your area. Obviously for herding, you can't herd. You need instinct for herding, and there are different things called instinct testing, which you can do for your dog that will kind of tell you if they have it or they don't kind of thing. So
Arya definitely doesn't.
She did like the rats. I did instinct test with her. Arya is very slow with getting onto games.
I feel like for her, it's more like friends.
Yeah. For Arya, it takes a minute for her to learn what you want her to do.
Are we surprised that dog has been slow since you got her?
When we first started scent work, actually, I think I went to 2 or 3 classes and I was so discouraged because she did not understand what I wanted her to do. It took her a minute to understand.
That doesn't surprise me at all. It took her a minute to understand she shouldn't stand in the fire too, so.
Yeah. So, but she did end up getting it, just, patience. Patience is key. Meanwhile, Rue got it within the first 5 minutes and I was like, oh, okay.
I feel like Rue's a dog who would get overstimulated easily.
Yes. And that is just a part of his breed.
Again, a complete polar opposite to Arya.
They're total different ends of the spectrum for breeds.
Everything, too, yeah.
So Rue is a standard poodle, and retrievers, they're considered non-sporting if you go in conformation, but they were originally bred to retrieve ducks. And so they are very willing to please and athletic. And Yeah, hyper. They have that. Whereas an Arya is a terrier mix.
Yeah.
And she's stubborn. She has more of that stubbornness in her.
Oh yeah.
Very independent.
100%.
And she just got, so she's also mixed with lab. So she's kind of got that just like I joke a lot about labs and working with them. Labs don't have a brain cell in their head. Labs can be going, running 50 miles an hour, trip over their own feet, and they'll get up like, oh, that was fun. Let's do it again. Like that's,
yeah.
So she's kind of got all that going on. And that's what happens too when you mix breeds. You get some instincts from one and some from another. And it's just so
it could work out for beneficially though.
Oh, totally. It can. Like some
Arya,
mixed breeds are the best breeds that I know, but
Arya's just a little slow.
Yeah, she rides the short bus.
But she's a sweetheart.
She is. She's an absolute sweet dog.
So fun.
So yeah, I would say that's all for today's episode on scent work. Again, let us know if you want a little mini series on dog performance sports, or even if you'd be willing, I'll probably put them on there anyway.
Yeah.
Introductions to how to get into scent work and the other ones that I can show you anyway.
And ASMR of dog grooming.
Yes, and ASMR of dog grooming. Because you like it. I do it for a living, so it's just normal to me.
But it's so fun, especially when it's like Rue and he's super fluffy, like after the winter, and you shave him finally, and he looks really stupid for like 5 minutes when he's like bald, but it's so satisfying.
Yes. You find that satisfying. I consider that another day at the office.
Yeah, well.
But let us know. So that's all for today. Hope you guys had fun and learned a little something. Follow us on socials. Then with all that, cheers. That's all for today. Catch us on Instagram where we drop teasers for the next show and our Discord account. Links are down below.